So we have Mr. Ahmed Izz. Okay, we are going to talk about the International Visitor Leadership Program. Now, this program is a special, and we have lots of questions to be answered by Mr. Ahmed. So, welcome to the show, Mr. Ahmed.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to join Radio 1 and this interview.
It's a pleasure. So, Mr. Ahmed, could you tell us a little about yourself?
Um, I'm an IT guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a CEO of Legend Lands LRS Group,
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft Learning Center. Since 2010, we formed those learning center and we've been the Microsoft partner in Iraq. And this is the start, the biggest start for the IT.
Mm.
Actually, we started since 1995. We formed even
Interesting.
Sinai Street.
Wow. Okay. So, and to the best of my knowledge, you have participated in the IVLP,
Yes.
which stands for the International Visitor Leadership Program. So, could you tell us about the selection process? Because apparently you can't really apply for this program. And this is really intriguing. So, how did it happen?
First of all, it's one of the most amazing program
Mm-hmm.
ever I experienced in my life. The selection based on certain criteria
Mm-hmm.
depend on the program. For this case, is the promoting cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
So they chose me. I was lucky first,
Mm-hmm.
but the criteria is that I'm from the IT field.
Mm-hmm.
I deal with the cybersecurity through the
Mm-hmm.
software that we are making, through the solutions that we're providing for both government and public sector.
Yes.
In addition, personally, I participated in forming the last draft of the cybercrime law for the government.
Interesting. I
It's not
mean,
voted yet by the parliament, but it's the last draft.
okay, that's amazing. And how long did you stay in the US?
It's almost a month.
Almost a month.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
20 something days.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. We
Mm-hmm.
moved different cities. We moved from Washington, D.C. to
Mm-hmm.
Boston, Massachusetts, and then to Colorado Springs,
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, and then we back to Vermont, and then to back to Baghdad. Through
Okay.
those cities,
Mm-hmm.
we met different departments of the government,
Mm-hmm.
Department of States,
Mm-hmm.
DoD, other departments.
Mm-hmm.
We met several, let's say, different type of offices that deal with the cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
And let me first introduce what is the program exactly what's doing. It's
Yes.
examining the U.S. government efforts to manage cybersecurity risk and assess threats to critical infrastructure, and also it was discussing the policy efforts to ensure an open, interoperable, secure, and reliable cyber space, including U.S. integrity
Mm-hmm.
functions, also exploring the cyber education research and development efforts, assess efficiency of internet security legislation, and explore protection for privacy rights and civil liberties, evaluate the role of the private sector in promoting cybersecurity, including public-private information sharing and data protection. This is very important. And explore economics and national security impacts of malevolent cyber activities and discuss strategies to collaborate in counter cyber threats. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the goals of the program.
I see.
One of the amazing meetings was in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
We met the Dream Harvard.
Okay.
We met also the Harvard Kennedy School,
Mm-hmm.
and also the last one was in Colorado Springs, the University of Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
There, they have the National Cybersecurity Center, and also the same center dealing with the space, cyberspace, which
Wow.
protect the all the technologies in this space from Earth.
That's amazing. And you got the chance to see all of this
Yeah,
amazing
yeah,
stuff.
they were very open for the discussion, very collaborative. Don't forget the hospitality there. It was amazing. They are very generous. They open everything for all the questions. And by the way, when we are talking about the IVLP, it's not a single person. It's came from different countries. We were 20, almost 20.
Okay.
And from Europe, Asia, Middle East, Africa.
How many Iraqis do you remember?
One.
Only you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one from each country. But if we are talking about how many Arabs, we were four. Iraq, Jordan, United Arab Emirates, and Morocco.
Okay, that's fantastic. Did you find it hard to communicate with other people there? Because
No, they were very selected people. I mean,
Okay.
all of them are highly professionals. All of them are open-minded.
Okay.
All of them are very collaborative. We met people from the European Union and Asia, and they were very open. And by the way, it's from different industry. I mean, some of them belong to local governments at their countries, some of them NGOs, and some from the private sector, just like me.
Okay, and building a network, because apparently you were there with around 20 people, right?
Yeah.
So people who join these exchange programs always talk about building a good network, expanding their, let's say, acquaintances and the people that they know. So did you have the chance to do so? I mean, did you build a good network?
Yeah, for sure. We are still from the program time till now. We have a group.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
Okay.
we keep exchanging the news, and we keep exchanging even personal news for each others, and also we are focusing on the cybersecurity itself. We're exchanging what are the updates, what are the laws, and those things. By the way, one of the things that it was amazing about this network, they support me to have the project here and forming the cybersecurity NGO inside Iraq. This is the impact of the
That's
program.
interesting.
They consider it, I mean, all the team, they consider it as the team project, and they
Great.
support me here. And they said, we're going to support your project in Iraq, and let's build cybersecurity in Iraq, and we'll share anything that you need. The same thing, by the way, is from all the department and colleges we visited with the universities. They all offer lifetime support. They said, whatever you need in cybersecurity, we'll support you. Document, updates, data sharing, whatever you need,
How great.
we'll support you. So it was just amazing.
That's that's just a great. And by the way, speaking of cybersecurity, apparently, well, a few days ago, I saw a reel on Instagram. It was about it, like a guy who was talking about like the highest paying jobs in Iraq, and number one was cybersecurity engineers. Is that true?
It depends where he's employed.
Okay.
That depends, but for sure, cybersecurity engineers or specialists, to be more specific, get high salary because if you deal with the cybersecurity professional, that means he's the top of the network and he's the top of programming and servers. So if you need to be a very high level specialist in this field, you need to be a professional in those fields.
Okay.
Networks, programming, and servers, because all of those contribute in creating the cybersecurity.
Okay, that's interesting. A friend of mine did a master's degree in cybersecurity engineering in Jordan. That's what she told me.
Right.
But the thing is, do I have to study cybersecurity engineering in order to become like a cybersecurity specialist, or can I just take some courses and work on my
Yeah,
skills?
sure. Depend. Cybersecurity is a general term. There's a fields in the cybersecurity. If you are aiming monitoring, if you are aiming protection, if you are aiming legislation, and this is very important part, it depends. If you are a lawyer and seeking cybersecurity, there's a field. Consider cybersecurity legislation, and you
I
can
see.
go on that part. If you are a network engineer and you need to seek a cybersecurity, there will be a field that, considering the network infrastructure, critical infrastructure, all of those in terms of using the cybersecurity there. And the same for penetration and monitoring and all of those. So there's a special fields in the cybersecurities can touch with anyone. Even if you are a politician and you have the power for decision related to the security, you have to have at least some education in the cybersecurity to take the right decision, to let the people or the specialist of the cybersecurity get the right decision to help you support your goals.
I see. And going back to the program, the exchange program that you participated in, now, did you face any challenges there?
Actually, no.
No challenges.
No challenges because you know that they prepare everything in very well a plan. Everything was supportive. They support you even in your daily life, even in your food, in your spending, your hotels. Hotels were so great. All the details that you can imagine, transportation, anything that your healthcare, all of that. It's very highly
Fully funded.
Yeah, fully funded and classy.
Okay, that's interesting, to be honest. Now, one last thing: what would you like people who are interested, or let's say, let me rephrase it. Do you have any advice to those who would like to work in this field, in the cybersecurity field?
The first thing, they must have passion.
Passion.
Passion. Passion is the main motive to work in this field, because otherwise it will be just a job and function, and you can't do well with it.
I see.
The second thing, you need to update yourself daily, because in cybersecurity, things going very fast, develop very fast, and keep changing every day. So you need to keep yourself updated. The third one, you have at least the knowledge for the networking, for the programming, for the servers, and even for legislation. You have to put yourself in one of those fields, but you need to also be aware of what other field contribute to you in this cybersecurity.
I see. Well, some young people think it's a very cool job, because they think it's all about hacking, like putting on your headphones.
That's where monitoring and penetration come, and that's just a part of the cybersecurity.
I see. And this reminds me of Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Have you seen this series?
Sure.
Okay. So what do you think of it? I mean, the things that the main character does.
He was amazing because there's, in this series especially, there's a real thing, like the Kali Linux and the codes they used.
Yes.
And also there's when you combine it with the imagination, you create an amazing series. And it was interesting, especially for ITs.
That's amazing. Mr. Ahmed, thank you so much. That was amazing. And I personally learned a lot from you today.
Thank you very much to you and to all the listeners, and have a nice day all.
You too.